Now we want to find out the potential difference across the capacitor. They have given that this is a circuit connection which is having the different resistors as well as one capacitor, and it is connected to the battery having voltage 15 volt. Okay, now we want to find out the potential difference across the capacitor. Now first of all, we will understand that whenever the steady state is acquired, initially when the battery is started or the connection is started, then after some time the steady state is required, that time when the capacitor will be fully charged. Once the capacitor will be fully charged, then no current will flow through the branch CEF. Okay, so the given circuit will be reduced because in this particular branch CEF, as the capacitor is now fully charged, no current flows further through this capacitor. So this branch is not having any current. Okay, but the remaining branches are having the current. So the equivalent circuit, after removing this particular CEF branch, we will get it in terms of, I can draw it here. This is the battery and this is the connection. So this is F now, this is as it is 3 ohm, this is C, this is B. Okay, and now we are going to consider here the current. Okay, now as this is a battery which is having 15 volt, so I will consider that the main current I is flowing through this branch up to A. Okay, now at point A you can see that the current is distributed in two branches. One is this branch and one is this branch. Okay, so through this branch I will consider the current is I1. This resistance is 3 ohm. Okay, so this complete branch A, B, C up to this point D, the current is flowing which is called as a I1. Okay, now and this current is now, I is coming at this place and I1 is going at this place. So I minus I1 will be flowing through this branch. Okay, so I'll write down here I minus I1 is flowing through A to D. Okay, and now again you can see that whenever the current I1 is coming to point D and I minus I1 is coming to point D, then further through this particular branch D to F, again the current I is flowing. Okay, now you can understand that how the current is distributed and how the current is again flowing. The same current is flowing through this particular up to the network up to minus terminal. Okay, now we want to find out the equivalent resistance of this particular circuit. So for that we will find out equivalent resistance, and this we are considering that in steady state. Okay, so we have removed CEF branch. R is equal to, now net resistance I wanted. Okay, now you can see that this and this are in series, B, C, D, 3 plus 3, 6 ohm. Okay, now this is in parallel with the resistance across AD. Okay, and this together combination is in series with the DF branch. Okay, and this is also 3 ohm resistor. So I can have directly write down the total resistance 6 into 3 upon 6 plus 3. This is for what? This is for A, B, C, D. Okay, and this complete circuit is again in series with this 3 ohm resistance. So I am going to add just 3 here. So this net resistance is 5 ohm. Okay, therefore now this is the total resistance of the complete circuit, and we have now current flowing, current drawn from the battery, current from battery is equal to, I is equal to 15 volt is supplied divided by the net resistance of the complete circuit is equal to 5 ohm. So I can get it as a 3 ampere. That means 3 ampere current is flowing through the circuit. Therefore we want now current through BCD, current through BCD, because this is one branch and at this place you can see that the current is distributed. So that's what I1 is the current flowing through the branch BCD. Okay, and through the branch AD the current is flowing I minus I1. Therefore I can get it as a I1 is equal to 3, because the voltage divided by 6 plus 3. This is the resistance of this particular 6 ohm plus 3 ohm. Okay, so this is equal into I. How much is the net current flowing through the circuit? That is equal to 3 by 9 into 3. So it is 1 ampere current is flowing through this particular branch. Okay, now current through the arm DF we want to find out. Okay, so current through DF is equal to I, because up to the from this point you can see that D to F current I is flowing. Okay, so that I is equal to this current, the main current is, that is 3 ampere is flowing. Therefore I want to find out the potential difference across the capacitor. How much will be the potential difference across the capacitor? That is nothing but potential difference between point C and F, between point C, this is the point C, and between the point F. This is called as the potential drop across the capacitor. Okay, and this is nothing but I can give it as a potential difference across CD plus potential difference across DF. So once again let us see. Potential difference between the point C and F is nothing but potential difference across CD, isn't it? So this was the point D, CD plus potential difference across DF. So this together will be considered as the potential difference across this complete capacitor. Okay, so this is nothing but across CD we can have 3, V is equal to I into R, so 3 into 1, okay, plus across DF V into I again, okay, V is equal to IR, so I is, we know that it is 3 ampere current is flowing and the resistance is also 3, so I can get it here as 12 volt. So potential difference across capacitor, we will get it as a 12 volt after fully charging of the capacitor.